Hello there, I am Vanessa, this is Robert, and this is Travis, and we are doing another edition of Better Late Than Never, and we're doing kids movies. What do we have today, Travis?
Okay. Thanks, Vanessa.
Kind of throw me off there. Hello there, I'm Travis. This is Robert. This is Vanessa. Better Late Than Never.
Well, screw you guys. Hello there, I'm Robert. This is Late to the Party, and we're here for another episode of Better Late Than Never, the way Vanessa sang it.
Let's just keep this going. This party's moving right along. You guys.
And we have one final film in our theme of kids' films.
Kids sports films.
So what do you have?
Another baseball movie.
That's... What? Really? I feel like there aren't really that...
Oh, maybe
Little Big League?
This movie was released October 21st of 1994.
All right.
Had a budget of $20 million, but unfortunately only made $19.3 million, even though I really enjoyed this movie and it's very quotable.
Sure.
This film was actually inspired by a 1992 McDonald's commercial in the Super Bowl.
All right.
Spielberg, who owns Emblem Entertainment, who produced this film, contacted the writers of the film and said, I want this commercial made into a movie.
All right.
So not only did that happen, it actually inspired 2 real-life
instances
plays. It's not baseball, because as soon as I tell you NCAA football, Michigan State
I would have gone basketball
used
with that one.
this title to defeat Notre Dame in a play in 2010.
Okay.
Another one happened December 18th, 2011 between the Carolina Panthers and the Houston Texans. And when they asked, how did you do that play? How did you win? They said...
The annexation of Puerto Rico.
Annexation of Puerto Rico.
So yeah, I do know that the annexation of Puerto Rico was utilized in actual football games,
which is awesome.
And it's also something that only 3 of us knew at one of the movie trivia shows.
One of them happens to be Sam Levine.
Sam Levine of Freaks and Geeks. The other 2 are myself and Tim. But yes, the annexation of Puerto Rico. We stumped everyone on that board or everyone on that table at that moment. But yes, Little Giants.
Can we watch the trailer now?
Yes,
We're
go
watching
ahead.
the trailer.
All right.
When you hear your name called, I want you to go over to Coach Butts, and I want you to pick up your jersey.
Epic music.
So cool.
For everyone who has waited to be chosen,
Lewis,
but is still waiting.
Rivera,
How they slowed everything down.
I know.
For everybody who has dreamed of being
These are McDonald's
somebody
commercials now.
who is still dreaming.
Bunker.
For every person
Sam Levine dated her.
who had one chance,
For the rest of you,
but never got it.
I'd like to thank you for trying out.
Your day has come.
Let's kick some butt. Are you ready for a miracle?
Oh, a little soul with it.
Look, you berserko Barbie doll.
You can talk the talk you want.
Spike.
Somebody call 911.
Warner Brothers and Emblem Entertainment present
Where in the hell do you get off trying to put together another team? Guys like you and the kids like
He wasn't going to do it up until that point.
Rick Moranis,
Who are you, Vince Lombardi all of a sudden? It's Pee Wee football.
Ed O'Neill,
Oh my God, Coach is a vampire.
Peanut butter jelly sandwich? You'll never get anywhere treating your helmet like a lunchbox, son.
Cheetos that are in there.
Crunch your puff.
I'm not sure, but I don't think that goes there.
in the story of a gridiron miracle.
Please
Francis.
clearly state one town, one team. Meet me at half court.
Gasping.
It's the yard line, Dad.
With a little
I'm
professional
at it.
help,
Whoa.
they've got exactly 2 weeks to learn how to pass,
Casper?
What a hunk.
Yvonne
Is it
Sawa.
Casper?
Yeah.
catch,
Oh, it is Casper. I never realized that until now.
I love his Vader helmet too.
You got it made.
and kick butt.
Want intimidation? I'll show
Show
you
you intimidation.
Love him in Seinfeld.
You want to play football?
No.
Great, you can be on our team.
Come in all sizes.
Ah,
Little
Little
Giants.
Giants. I love Little Giants. I love all these sports films. These are the ones that I grew up with for sure. And Little Giants is one that's just very underrated. Like you said, it didn't even make a profit essentially when it came out, but that combination.
That's because it was in a swim world of all
baseball
kids movies, and it was like a football one.
Right. Well, that combination of Rick Moranis and Ed O'Neill, they were just so perfect to play off of each other. Because Ed O'Neill, at that point, for me, it was all just Married with Children. And for this one, he was an a-hole.
Different, but
you believed him.
Same, yeah.
You thought he was a football star. Who am I? Oh, you're talking about my old glory days. Yeah. But yeah, Rick Moranis, I mean, he wasn't Zelensky, but he was one of us. He was like, had we grown up, we were just still a dork. And
Rick Moranis was like one of the top people there too during childhood as well. He was kind of always there for like,
for me, absolutely.
For like the big movies like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and then we had
Parenthood,
Ghostbusters, and
SCTV.
My Blue Heaven,
I mean, it's definitely a joy to have him there with all these kids as well that were like us. We weren't the Cowboys for Ed O'Neill's team.
Right.
We were more like the Little Giants for Rick Moranis' team. Yeah. So, gas man. That's the thing, is they were just a random bunch of kids that were not great, but they came together and they ended up beating the Cowboys for the championship. And they put their name, the O'Shea Brothers.
Using the annexation of Puerto Rico.
Developed on a Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yeah, essentially. And with this movie, too, I love how all of them they're kids. They enjoy their time practicing and just being kids, and you see them do what we did when we were children, essentially.
Yeah, but what's good about this movie is you've kind of seen these players and these sort of situations done before, like the kid who can't catch,
don't throw it to stone hands
from
freaking Necessary Roughness, or the Replacements when it's Orlando Jones and he can't catch either. Yeah, he's got the tar to his hands and stuff. But yeah, it's kind of a trope that's been done.
Sure, okay, yeah.
It's kind of a trope that has been done multiple times in other sports movies. But when they do it in this movie, it just seems fresh and new. I've seen it
because
before.
it kind of was fresh and new during that time. Now that we think about it, it's been kind of a revolving door as far as, like you said, with all of those characters being the same underdogs, not knowing how to play the game, and then they work hard to play the game, and then they actually do win because the other team thinks like, oh, these people are not going to do just as well, and so they're just like, well, we'll just go out there and it's kind of like the tortoise and the hare essentially story. Like the big team is the hare, and they're like, oh, I could do whatever, and then the tortoise is like, no. We're chugging along, and then we got you with the annexation of Puerto Rico.
And the Footballooski.
And I like how like they actually had like football players coming to the game too.
Yeah, can you name them?
The only one I know is John Madden.
Yeah, John Madden's pretty much
the only one.
Not a player, but we get the gist.
Well, he's like right, but
he was a player at one point.
That time ago.
This movie right here, when I think of Ed O'Neill, hey, Ed O'Neill, my picture is always chewing on gum. It's not, the Al Bundy with the hand in the pants, but it's him chewing gum for some weird reason. That's how it's stuck in my mind. I thought this movie was great, but I didn't think it was as great as some of maybe the other kids' movies that we've reviewed.
Of course.
And I want to ask you guys, out of these last 7 movies that we looked at, what would be your top 5 or your top 1 favorite kids sports movies?
out of the 5, 6, 7 we've done, what's the top 1?
I think we've already come to this where Sandlot is probably my top one, because that was the one that I most remember watching when I was a kid and having it every time, like in the VHS player, just playing it every single weekend.
I'd have to say the one that actually stuck out to me, the one that I probably watched the most, which don't get me wrong, I watched the hell out of all of these movies with the exception of Bad News Bears. Rookie of the Year is probably mine, and it's because it's the only one I keep going back to listen to the score constantly. I'm listening to Bill Conti's score from Rookie of the Year, but Little Giants, I can hear the music in my head as well. I see that opening credits with the different plays that they're doing, and the so all of them, I love them all very, very much, but yeah, I would have to say that the top one is Rookie of the Year.
What about you, Travis?
Like both of you guys said, I enjoyed them both. I think though probably I might side with you, The Sandlot, only because of just how of a perfect film it is in my mind. Like it just has everything needed for it.
With The Sandlot, for me, the reason why it kind of is like stood above all is that you get to see what happened to them after they no
you
longer.
get some closure as well.
Yeah, you get a little closure of what happened to them after they're no longer were.
One of the characters just disappeared and no one ever heard from them again after the 60s.
Yeah, that's true, which is weird.
But what did you guys think about Little Giants? Was this something that you like to watch? Was it something that's quotable to you like it is to us? Let us know below. And again, out of these last 7 movies, what was your all-time favorite sports movies? Is there one that we didn't even mention that is just something I didn't think of?
It means so much to you. Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
You can also like and subscribe.
Do the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Stardust.
All the social networking gin joints, you know, the arcade and party fuel, the party, keep the party going at our Patreon. Gets us where we need to go. Get to these episodes a few days earlier as well. Hit up our Spreadshirt. Check out our merch, our wares that we have available. That will be in the comments of this video and the description below as well. And next week we are starting our trek through something a little spooky. So Halloween is coming right around the corner. We are also going to be at Halloween
Horror Nights at Universal Studios October 5th.
If you are there or in the California, Los Angeles area, buy your tickets because we will be there with multiple channels headed through all those mazes.
Come say hi.
Thank you guys so much, and as always,
Now it's time to say goodbye.
this party is over.
Sports, I'm so exhausted.